Now let's move on to the development process. Right, we covered some pretty heavy topics in Module 1. We talked about technological prioritization. We talked about making a case for investment in innovation, right? Now, let's assume that just all went swimmingly and you have the blessing of your board and the perfect budget you need to move your project forward. Fantastic. So it's very important when you think, and we're going to be talking primarily about web development right now. When you think of web development, put it in the context of any kind of technological development because it's really no different, right? And in many cases, your website is the first thing that your patrons are going to see. And we talked about that at orientation. So it's important to keep that in mind. And we're going to take the bulk of 3 modules talking about this because the whole process from research and strategy and planning through implementation is no different than doing any other kind of technological development initiative, right? So we're going to use a website example because that's one of the ones that you'll primarily be involved with anyway. So now think about how much the web has changed. You know, when I got into the business in 1999, it's a very different place than it was even in the 2000s, early 2000s, and 2010. You know, even since 2013, things have changed significantly. And we built CSO.org, we rebuilt CSO.org for the second time in 2010, and there are already major renovations that we're having to make. In particular, for one example, is the fact that Flash, the software application Flash, was used to create our primary select your own seat module. And little did we know, this little thing called an iPad and an iPhone would make Flash outdated as a technology. And we'll talk about that later. But the one thing that you can guarantee is no matter how fast you innovate, that your technology that you launch, the day you launch it, will be outdated. And things will happen. But that's okay. And you're going to have to plan for that because you can't wait and wait and wait to be at the cutting edge of technology all the time. You have to use proven technology, particularly when you have small budgets, and you're going to be maybe on the trailing edge of it, but you take advantage of everything that everybody learned before you.